Funding for the McNeil-era News Hour is provided by AT&T. Whether it's communicating the sound of one's voice or data, the AT&T network moves information in all its forms across the country and around the world. AT&T. Funding also is provided by this station and other public television stations, and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
And we've already had people call in with their pledges so far for the News Hour, and we need to hear from a whole lot more of you. This is, of course, yet another fine edition of the News Hour with the leading figures in the news from around the world discussing the latest events in a way that you can understand, and you can understand the different points of view. A very important program, very important subjects, of course, discussed this evening, and also one of the things I enjoy about the News Hour, they'll present features on the arts, like the piece on Carnegie Hall in New York. Just a nice kind of way to round out a news program, and I hope, again, that if you are a fan of the News Hour, that you will call in right now, join the others who are calling in with their support for KLRU and the News Hour, and help make us meet our goal this evening of $6,000. Right now we stand at about $955, doing quite well, off to a good start, but I know we can do a whole lot better. The News Hour, of course, is one of the most expensive programs on the schedule here at KLRU. This is a program that we have to purchase from the national PBS system. That's the way that we operate here in the PBS system. We have to go through a central office and purchase the programs. And the people out there all across the country who call in with their pledges around the show are the people who make it possible. So again, if you depend on the News Hour, and I know that many of you do, you're like me, you don't get home until 7 in the evening most of the time, and then you get to see the news, and you see it in an in-depth manner, then you appreciate the show. Join right now at a level that you can afford, $150 Studio Club membership, the $70 sponsorship level, or $35 basic. They all come to just a few cents a day. You can call us collect if you're going to be calling from outside of Austin, but do it right now. And remember, you can bring a charge card to the phone with you if you'd like to charge your membership. It makes becoming a member very easy. Visa, MasterCard, and American Express are all accepted. And take that step, go to the phone right now, give our volunteers from First City a call at 476-1800.
Businesses in Central Texas support public television in many ways. Some underwrite programming. Some allow their employees to determine the amount of their support by matching employee contributions to KLRU. Still others join the Business Honor Roll. If you own or operate your own business, a $300 donation will place your business's name on the Business Honor Roll. In return, Channel 18 will let the people of Central Texas know of your support by airing your business's name each night during this membership drive, just like those you see on the screen right now. Call 476-1800 and tell the volunteer you want to join the Business Honor Roll. It's just that easy.
It is easy to become a member of our Business Honor Roll, and again, I hope that if you're a businessman or woman out there in the Central Texas area, you'll join the others who have already become members of that honor roll and help support quality programming. Let the people of Central Texas know that you care about the community and you care about the quality of television. You know, there are a lot of people out there who think, well, where does this guy get off asking us to support this program? I mean, after all, I can turn in and watch this show for free every single night. But the reality is there's no such thing as free television, and especially true in the case of commercial TV. Now think about it for just a moment, that the commercial breaks that you see on commercial television are paid for by people who make products. And of course, the way that they cover cost of their advertisement is through the cost of that product as well. So that advertisement that you see on commercial TV, well, it costs you money. Here at Public TV, we operate on an honor system, and that means you step forward with your honorary and voluntary effort to help us provide quality programming. We're a little more upfront about the way we get our money here, but we can't do it without you. So again, need to hear from you right now. If you're a fan of this show, give us a call at 476-1800.
I'm from where the first TV service in the world started. Great Britain, as you probably know, has something called the BBC. Our British Broadcasting Corporation is similar to your public television. Both broadcast high-quality programming, neither airs advertisements. There is a big difference, however. To watch the BBC in Britain, you have to pay for a receiving license. In plain English, a tax on television viewing. It's simple. No license, no BBC. But here in America, viewers are asked to support their local station with voluntary pledges. Pledging. To us Brits, that's a typically American concept, actually trusting one another to share the cost of quality television. No other country in the world can say the same, because that idea simply wouldn't work as well anywhere else but here. And to keep it working in America, your pledge counts. It's public television viewers like you who are on their honor to pledge their share.
Your pledge counts. If you'd rather send in your pledge than call, send it to KLRU TV, P.O. Box 7158, Austin, 78713.
I believe it was an American who said, "You get what you pay for."
You do get what you pay for, of course, and here, if what you pay for is quality television, and we want to urge you right now, again, especially if you're a fan of the NewsHour, to give us that call. We need to hear from you. This is, again, one of the most expensive programs on our schedule, and it's something that I know that people here in the Austin area appreciate. This is a university city, a city that depends on high technology. It's a government town. There are many people out there in our audience right now who I know who are watching this show or who are staying with us here at KLRU because they like the programming and they depend on it. Please give us that call right now. We do need to hear from you. Again, we have an ambitious goal for this evening of raising $6,000. We want to keep our volunteers here from First City very busy during the rest of this break before we go on to some fine documentary programs, The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich. Now, this is a little bit different for a Friday schedule, but we wanted to be able to fit in all this series for you this evening, and I know that many of you out there in our audience will appreciate that. Now, that's coming up in just a few seconds, but right now, go to that phone, give us that call. We do need to hear from you. We're going to be going on to the show in just a sec. Our telephone number is 476-1800. Take that step right now. And welcome back to Celebration 86. I'm Tom Spencer, and you are watching one of the finest historical documentaries that has ever been produced, William Shire's The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich. This is the type of programming that you come to expect from your public television station here in Central Texas, KLRU. We air historical documentaries on a regular basis, along with a lot of other fine programming. And right now we're coming to you with a simple message. We can't continue to do the job that we're doing here in Central Texas without your support. And what that means for you right now is going to your telephone and giving us a call. We have some great volunteers here in the studio from First City Bank, and they are waiting to hear from you. They want to take your pledges of support for KLRU, and know that there's going to be a level of support that you can afford in your budget. The $150 Studio Club, the $70 sponsor, and $35 basic are all very important to us here at KLRU. Every single individual out there who becomes a member is important to us. There are 16,000 people out there right now, approximately, who are members of the station, and they are the people who are providing the quality programming. These are your friends and neighbors out there who really care about quality programming. Why don't you join them right now by going to your phone and giving us that call of support? Again, we do need to hear from you no matter where you live in the Central Texas area. You can call us collect if you're going to be calling from outlying areas throughout the area. And also remember, you can bring a charge card to the phone with you. Visa, MasterCard, and American Express are all accepted. You know, the documentary we're looking at tonight is about a very troubled time in the history of civilization, something that we hope we don't have to ever repeat. That's one of the reasons why we're showing it to you this evening. So again, go to the phone right now and give us that call of support. You're not going to find shows like this anywhere else on your television dial. 476-1800 is the number.
Quality of life is a frequently shop-worn phrase in Austin, but it takes on a rich and special meaning when a number of institutions are mentioned. KLRU, the channel you are watching now, is one of them. Because you are watching, there's probably no need for me to extol the virtues of KLRU at length. You know what they are. KLRU represents a serious commitment to television, in many cases television as it was envisioned by its pioneers, a public and educational institution of enormous value. Every program you watch and enjoy is bought out of KLRU's pocket. It takes money and listeners' support to provide that kind of quality. Your contribution to KLRU is your ticket to a year of public television in your home. KLRU is a great community institution, ranking with the Austin Symphony, Performing Arts Center, the Paramount Theater, Laguna Gloria, and the many others that form our quality of life. I support KLRU. I hope you will too.
Many companies in Central Texas give their employees a voice in that company's corporate giving. They do this by matching employee contributions to KLRU. If you work for one of the companies you see on the screen, call 476-1800 with your pledge and tell the operator your company participates in the corporate matching program. The phone operators have a complete list of participating companies. We'll send information with your pledge invoice telling you how to get your contribution matched.
All right, and again, please do call in right now, and if you are an employee of one of those corporations, let our volunteers know, and we need to hear from you right now. We have a goal for this evening of $6,000, and we're only going to be coming to you for a couple of more times. So again, now more than ever, it's important for you to go to your telephone and give us that call of support. The chances are the people who are with us this evening are regular viewers of public television, but our statistics show that only about 10% of the regular viewers actually support the programming. If you are somebody who regularly turns to the channel, who enjoys the programs, and maybe even depends on it for business information or your news or whatever, now is the time to do something about that. Do not rest on the efforts of your friends and neighbors who are already members of the station. Become a member yourself. It's easy to do. We have a lot of different levels of support. The $150 level of support comes to just 30-some cents a day, I believe. It's a low, it doesn't cost very much, and think of all the things that you get for it, all the great programming. So go right now to your phone and dial that number, 476-1800.
Have you ever had that really great feeling that you've done something important, that you've done something really special for someone, that you've made a significant contribution to something that's important to the world around us or to you very personally? Well, that's what we hope you feel if you're a member of this public television station. If you've gone to the phone sometime during this pledge appeal and expressed your support in the way of a membership pledge, or if you've done it in the past and need to do it again, the thing that you got to realize is that public television has to be important to each person who feels motivated to support it. And if you're that kind of person, and if you're the kind of person that gives your money or your time or both to make public television a reality in this community, then there's a really special feeling that you've earned. It's a special knowledge that comes from the fact that you're doing something that's not just benefiting you personally, but benefiting thousands and thousands of school children and people who don't have the wherewithal or the time or the physical ability to get out and experience this world in which we live. You should feel really good about yourself if you're a member. And if you've not renewed your membership this year, you might want to go to the telephone and do it at this time. If you have, take a minute and reflect on the good that you're experiencing. And I hope that when you think about it, it really does feel good to you.
All right, and again, we do hope you'll go to the phone right now and call in. We are having a good response right now. We had, a moment ago, we had nearly every telephone here in the studio filled. I want to see if we can do that, if we can fill up every telephone in this studio. Our volunteers are standing by. You, the people out there in Central Texas, are responding to a simple message, and that is you can't count on quality if you don't put the money up front, and that's exactly what we're here about this evening. We're coming to you to say we need your support. And you know, the quality here does come with a price, and that is your membership. It's that simple. It's not the same as in commercial television where you pay for it with the products that you buy. Here we come to you and say, hey, the programming costs us money. We have to go out and purchase these shows, like, again, The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich. I think probably one of the best historical documentaries about World War II and the rise and fall of Adolf Hitler that you're going to find. This is not the kind of thing you're going to find every evening on your television dial. It's not a sitcom. It's not any, one of the regular shows. It's something that people turn to because it's something different and they want to stay informed, and that's what we're all about here at KLRU. So again, help fill up the phones. We have great volunteers from First City Bank. They're waiting to hear from you. 476-1800 is the number. Do it right now.
Businesses in Central Texas support public television in many ways. Some underwrite programming. Some allow their employees to determine the amount of their support by matching employee contributions to KLRU. Still others join the Business Honor Roll. If you own or operate your own business, a $300 donation will place your business's name on the Business Honor Roll. In return, Channel 18 will let the people of Central Texas know of your support by airing your business's name each night during this membership drive, just like those you see on the screen right now. Call 476-1800 and tell the volunteer you want to join the Business Honor Roll. It's just that easy.
It is easy to become a member of our Business Honor Roll. So again, do it right now. Tell the volunteers you want to participate in that great program, and we'll express our thanks to you throughout the rest of this pledge drive. I do want to remind you that we have a goal this evening of $6,000. Before this break started, we stood at $1,400, so we still have an awful long way to go. And I know that people out there are going to help us reach that goal. We are trying to raise $89,000 for the drive, and we're right now standing at about $47,000. So again, You're the people out there who are going to make the difference. You're the ones who are going to help us go over the top. We're real proud of the job that we're doing here at KLRU. We have a great feel about the station and where we're going with a split with our sister station in San Antonio. We feel now that we're going to get more involved in the Austin community and our surrounding area than we ever have before. You're going to see a lot more program that's specifically geared to you. And again, a lot more active public television station, a station that really is involved with the community and cares about it. We always have, but we're going to do twice as good a job. And one of the reasons why we're going to do twice as good a job is because you are going to be a member of the station, and you're going to call in with your support and help us do another year of great programming. We've been around now for 25 years. We want to be around for at least another 25 doing this job. So again, help us do that right now by going to the phone. That $150 level of support, again, comes to less than 40 cents a day. Think of the things that you spend 40 cents a day on. You can't even hardly spend that much. So go to your phone right now and give us that call at 476-1800.
Hi, this is Johnny Carson. I'd like to remind you of something Mark Twain once said. He said a classic is a book people praise and don't read. In a way, the same thing applies to public television. A lot of people praise public television and never watch. That's why it's so important for those of us who do to get behind it with pledges of support. I watch public television, I support it. And I'm asking you to join me by calling right now. Don't just praise public television, support it with a pledge.
You know, when you hear Johnny Carson say a whole lot more people praise public television than watch it, I think there might be a little bit of a difference there. I think a whole lot more people watch public television than support it with their pledge dollars, and that is the case. And we need to hear from those of you out there who really do care about quality and television and KLRU in particular. As I said a moment ago, we're real proud of what we do here, and we have a lot of different ways for you to become a member. It's very easy. You just give our volunteers a call. There's going to be a level of support that's right for you. We have an auto membership which you can participate in. It's very easy. We can just withdraw a certain amount from your checking account every month. You just decide the amount. The $70 sponsorship level comes to, I think, 19 cents a day. You can't even buy a newspaper for that. So right now, why don't you go ahead and buy a subscription to a great year of public television by giving us that call at 476-1800. Again, do it right now. Those of you who are with us right now realize that this is no fluke. This is the kind of program that we present regularly on these KLRU, Channel 18 here in the Austin area. We've presented many fine documentary series, such as Vietnam, 1915. Now, of course, this evening we're watching The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich. One of the most powerful documentaries ever made, and I know there are many thousands of people out there in our audience tonight who are watching all 3 episodes, and we'll be coming up to the last episode in just a few moments. But right now, we'd like for you, those of you who enjoy these kinds of programs and feel that they're important, to go to the phone and show that you care about KLRU and this kind of programming. Light up our phones here with our volunteers from First City. And again, help us reach our goal this evening of $6,000. Right now we stand at about $1,865, and we need to hear from a lot more people out there if we're going to reach that goal. We only have one more break this evening after this, so again, it's very important that this is the kind of programming that you care about, to go to the phone and make it happen here at KLRU. We have a level of support that's going to fit every budget out there in our audience: $150 Studio Club, $70 sponsorship, and $35 basic levels. You can call us collect no matter where you are in the Central Texas area. We'll accept your call. And remember, we also accept credit cards. But again, it's important that you call in right now. Make your pledge count for this kind of programming. Again, we need to hear from all the people out there. 476-1800 is our number.
We've tried to give you some good reasons to pledge, and imagine you could toss in a few of your own. But for just a moment here, let me try to tell you why this pledge drive in particular is important. You see, everything we plan for the coming year, all of our new programming, is based on how well we do during this pledge period. So if you've been thinking about making a pledge but haven't gotten around yet to calling, well, there couldn't be a better time. Remember, your pledge now helps launch next year's programs. And since many of you tell us that this is the only station you watch, I think it'd be wise to do something about putting the best programs possible on your favorite station. Only makes sense to ensure the things you value. And the programs on this station are too valuable to put at risk. So call now and help launch next year's programs right now.
You know, we're here for a very specific reason tonight. That is that it's important for us to tell you about how we keep this station going, how we keep the great programs coming. You know, a lot of the times when I'm out in the community, as a producer here at KLRU, people will talk to me about public television, tell me how much they enjoy it. And in the very next breath, they'll tell me, but gee, can't you do something about those pledge drives? Well, you know, we don't love pledge drives. We don't really believe in them so much, except for the fact that this is the only way that we really have to support this station and the job that we do in the community. We're here for a very specific reason. About 80% of our operating budget actually comes through your memberships, the people out there who care enough about quality programming to step forward and become members of the station. Right now, I'd like for those of you who are not members of the station to go ahead and join the others. You know, about 90% of the people who watch public television do not subscribe. It's a pretty sad statistic, and I know there are many people out there in the community tonight who have been not only with us for this evening, but have been with us for weeks, if not years. This station has been on the air now for 25 years, and yet you've never become a member. Now is the time to do something about it. Go to the phone, dial us, 476-1800 is the number. We need to hear from you right now.
Many companies in Central Texas give their employees a voice in that company's corporate giving. They do this by matching employee contributions to KLRU. If you work for one of the companies you see on the screen, call 476-1800 with your pledge and tell the operator your company participates in the corporate matching program. The phone operators have a complete list of participating companies. We'll send information with your pledge invoice telling you how to get your contribution matched.
Magicians count on the quick hand, deceiving the slow eye. The magic of television, on the other hand, counts on a trick of its own. Watch this. If I wave this stick in front of the projector, your eye sees all the separate stages of the movement one at a time. But because of the property of persistence, retaining visual information for a period of time, your brain, almost like magic, puts all the pieces together in one flowing movement. That's what you're doing right now with this television picture from your PBS station. It's composed of 525 separate lines moving rapidly across your TV screen, but thanks to persistence, your brain is automatically assembling the complete picture. That's how this channel works. Why it works is due to you, because your pledge works magic. It helps put quality programming on the screen, the kind of quality that simply isn't available anywhere else, no matter how persistently you look.
Your pledge counts. If you'd rather send in your pledge than call, send it to KLRU TV, P.O. Box 7158, Austin, 78713.
Your pledge certainly does count, and a moment ago we had nearly every single telephone in this studio busy. Right now it looks like we have one phone in the back there that does not have an operator at it, and there I hear one ringing. We do have an overflow table, and the phones are ringing over there as well. The response right now is terrific. It's very gratifying to know that people do care about this kind of programming, and they're doing something about it. That's what makes the difference here at public television, is when the people decide, yeah, this is it. I'm going to make the decision right now. I'm not going to put it off anymore. I have been watching the station for years. I do care about the station. I want to see it get better because, believe me, it's possible. We're real proud of what we do here at KLRU. We provide great programs, but we can do even better, believe it or not. And you're the people who are going to make it happen. When I say about doing better, of course, what I'm talking about is providing even more great programs. And I'm looking at our schedule right now, which you would get if you're a member of KLRU. And I see that we have a number of great programs, documentary programs, public affairs, political things, historical documentaries coming up. You want to participate in that, so again, go to the phone right now and give us that call at 476-1800. Bring a charge card if you like. Call us collect, but do it right now.
Businesses in Central Texas support public television in many ways. Some underwrite programming. Some allow their employees to determine the amount of their support by matching employee contributions to KLRU. Still others join the Business Honor Roll. If you own or operate your own business, a $300 donation will place your business's name on the Business Honor Roll. In return, Channel 18 will let the people of Central Texas know of your support by airing your business's name each night during this membership drive, just like those you see on the screen right now. Call 476-1800 and tell the volunteer you want to join the Business Honor Roll. It's just that easy.
All right, you hear a little bit of applause here in the studio. Somebody just called in with a $150 level of support. That, you know, if you think about it, that only comes to about 38 cents a day. And that 38 cents sure goes a long way. Somebody else calling in with a $150 level of support. Well, That's great. Any level of support you want to call in it, however, is going to be important to us because you know what? You have a right to quality television. It's very important that we have an informed community here in the Central Texas area. You can't really rely on just what is presented on commercial television to really get the full picture of what's happening in the world or what has happened in the world, and maybe you don't want to happen again. That's what we're watching this evening, of course. But you have a right to quality, and you are the only person who can do something about it. And again, you know what to do. Join the others who are calling right now at 476-1800.
If you were impressed by that last program, taking a moment to phone in a generous pledge to the folks who brought it into your home would be greatly appreciated. More great programs are just a phone call away. Every call, every pledge proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that you care about the kind of television you let into your home. So join us now. No better time. People of public television, thank you.
We're going back to the third part of our programs this evening in just a few seconds. Right now, things are a little bit quiet in the studio. They settled down a short while ago. We had every single phone in here busy. We can do it again. We're going to go back to the show in just a few seconds, but before we do that, please take the opportunity as you're settling in to watch the last episode to go to the phone or give us that call. It's real important that we hear from you. And I'd like to thank a few folks who have called in this evening. Many people have. Steve Luca, Ken Brock, Elizabeth Haney, Ian Lawson, Nick Lawson from Dripping Springs, Craig Harding, R.V. Reynolds, General E. Mills, thank you very much for calling in. Emma Shepard from Fredericksburg, and beautiful community out there in the hills. Norm and Janine Burning, Don Buford. We're lighting up the phones again. This is great. We're gonna go back to the show in just a couple of seconds now, but call in, make this telephone ring right now. Thank you very much for your support.